Welcome everybody, and thank you so much for listening in on our third video. Well, I guess it depends on which order you watched these videos in, but for me, this is my third recording for talking about our youth. Our conference is broken up into 4 categories, and one of them is focusing on youth. So this is my third recording for that category. But this is for our second annual Epilepsy and Wellness Conference on demand. And my name is Alicia Gajeski. I'm the program director for the Epilepsy Foundation of Wisconsin. So hello, if you don't know me. I've been with the foundation for a little over 3.5 years now. Really excited to be doing this conference again this year, and having it on demand really allows opportunity for you that's listening in to watch it at your leisure. So we're really excited to be doing it this way this year. With that, we are going to chat today a little bit about youth and epilepsy, and specifically about our youth program. You know that 2 of the other videos were evolving around camp with Lions Camp, and then the other video was somebody, one of our youth camp attendees, and her experience going to camp. So that was pretty fun. So let's start off with obviously introducing who else is on the screen with me. So Elsa, if you want to explain, say who you are, maybe like what part of the state you live in, and your experience with epilepsy, that would be great.
My name is Elsa Stanton. I live in Fenimore, Wisconsin, southwestern corner of the state. My youngest daughter, was 2 when she was diagnosed with epilepsy. So that kind of brought us into the family, the epilepsy family. And I had no idea what epilepsy was prior to this. I've learned a lot, and I'm just really wanting everybody else to know, bring awareness to, epilepsy and what to do. So, yeah.
Yeah, great. Thank you. That's great. So can you talk a little bit about how you guys are involved with the foundation? I know before we started the recording, we were talking about walks a little bit, but can you share any of that, or how you found out about the foundation, maybe even?
I can't, I don't even remember how I got linked up with the foundation. Maybe it was through a friend.
Okay.
The first person I contacted, when, we got the diagnosis, it was kind of like, what do we do? What's next? Who
Yeah.
can we talk to that can give us some wisdom? And we got linked up with a girl in the next town over whose son had epilepsy, and she was able to just give me some encouragement and come alongside me. So I've been there, I've done this, and I've been where you've been, and here we are, but we've done a couple of epilepsy foundation walks. We did one just in Madison. When was that? Just a couple months ago. And a couple of years ago, the Moms on a Mission, which is kind of the group out of Lancaster, we participated in their epilepsy fundraisers, and they had like casino nights and stuff, and a walk and everything, and it was wonderful.
Yeah.
And so we sort of want to bring something like that to our little area, and raise more awareness, because there's another little kiddo in my daughter's class who has epilepsy too. So, we just know that we're not alone.
Yeah, and you bring up an important part that we teach when we teach seizure first aid, is it's way more common than people think. So you literally just said a very good point, right? I mean, it's a lot more common than people think. So
yeah.
Thank you. Yes. And I know your daughter received our extension, I should say, of our youth program this year. So we talked about camp a little bit. I mentioned camp in the beginning of the video, and now we did the expansion of our youth program kits, our subscription kits. And obviously that was like the first time we ever sent anything out. And I know I got an email from you. I think it had to been, I think, the day you guys got the kit, if I'm wrong. But she was so excited to paint her purple pumpkin, right?
Yeah, so excited.
Yeah.
We have actually grown pumpkins in our yard this year, and we're out there cutting them down and stuff. And she's like, I've got paint. I need to paint my pumpkin and stuff. So she was so excited.
That is wonderful. That is great. Yeah. Awesome. So, speaking of the youth kits, I know that you guys have obviously, we've only sent out one. Hi. We've only sent out one so far, and she was really excited to get the kit. Can you tell me a little bit about what kind of some of the items that were in it, and just kind of talk about it a little bit, what you guys thought maybe?
Yeah. So in the kit there was this cute little thing, cute little thinking cap that had like the brain pictured on it. You want to find it? And some little scavenger hunt things, like if you want to walk or something,
Oh,
to look for. What else?
did you
Some
guys use
posters,
the
some posters that we took to school,
Mhm.
for like the Purple Pumpkin Project, and like November being Epilepsy Awareness Month and stuff. There it is, the little thinking cap.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there.
There you go. Very cool. Yes, that's great. I was
I think it was great.
I was going to ask, did you guys use the purple lights at all? Were you able to do something with the purple LED lights?
They wanted to like hang them up in their bedroom, so
Oh, perfect.
they didn't unfortunately make it around a pumpkin, but
That's okay. You can use them however you want. Yeah, great.
Yeah.
So that brings up a good point. So yes, the kits are every 3 months. So the first one that you guys got was September, October, November, and yeah, September was kind of focusing on a little more back to school or like intro, get to know the kids a little bit, and also get to know us at the foundation. We included a little like about me, so that was kind of. And then what October, yeah, there was some fall projects in there, Purple Pumpkin project, obviously, and then November coming up next month is Epilepsy Awareness. So there was some activities focusing around the brain and all that. So yeah, good. Well, I'm so glad that you guys are enjoying it. That means a lot to us, and it's great to. I was very excited when I got your email. I shared it with our executive director. I don't know if you know Kristen, but she was like, "This is so cool." It's why we do what we do, because we love to see stuff like that. So very awesome.
Yeah, we love it.
Great. So next question, I really just wanted to touch a little bit on the youth program. If you have anything else you want to share about it, please feel free. But I guess I also like to just want to chat a little bit about epilepsy in general. And there are a lot of parents that are going through this for the first time. You just mentioned, right? Someone in your daughter's class, their son, I believe you said, has epilepsy, so that's new to them. Is there any advice you could give to somebody, since you've been through this, you're going through this, that you think would be helpful for a child who's newly diagnosed?
Yeah, I think finding someone that has gone through it or is going through it to answer questions. I mean, I think that was probably the most helpful thing that I did. And I mean, when we first got the diagnosis, we drove home and my husband's on Google, trying to Google everything he can about epilepsy. And, Google can sometimes be,
there's a lot. Yeah.
A lot. Yeah. And so I just came home and I started looking up like Facebook groups, for families with kids with epilepsy. And I found a person who knew a person that I was friends with. And so I sent her a message. I was like, I know you don't know me, but here's what we're going through. And any help that you have, I would appreciate it. And she called me and we talked for like an hour. And I think just finding somebody to connect with is so important,
Yeah.
I mean, you can read articles up the wazoo online all that you want, but it doesn't really, it doesn't help,
Yeah, you need that connection, correct? Yep, that's great. Yeah. So and that brings me to another point. You also only have so much time with the child's neurologist or whoever they're seeing at the time for the diagnosis, right? I mean, So with that, is there any advice you could give to somebody or a parent going into an appointment? Do you have any advice as far as that goes?
Write down your questions.
What if, so we get
You
this
know,
question a lot. We
yeah.
get this question quite a bit, saying, you know, well, I think I probably have over 15 questions to ask them. Is that okay? And we would tell people, absolutely, like that's your time with your doctor, right?
Absolutely.
Is that something, you know, you would tell somebody as well, that it's not too many questions, right?
Yeah. I mean, they're there for you. They want to make sure all of your questions are answered. So, I
Mhm.
mean, one question or 50, I think bring it to
Yeah.
them. You know, I mean, I mean, thank goodness for my chart. I can, you know, send over her neurologist a quick question that I have or something. And, you know, he's pretty quick to respond and stuff. So, I
Yeah.
mean, even if you don't think about it, like when you're there or if it's after, even just, you know, my charting them a quick question or something, I think it's helpful, you know?
It's huge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. I agree with that. Yeah, it can be a very scary time, and right, Google has a lot of information and sometimes it's maybe not the correct or the best information either. So how to
Right.
navigate that. Yeah, having that connection and asking the questions and being an advocate is so important. Yes, I agree
Yeah.
with that.
Especially for your kids because they
Yeah.
can't
Mhm.
advocate for themselves, you know?
Right. Yeah, I
Yeah.
definitely agree with that. Thank you for that. I do have another question for you. So advocacy, that's a big thing, obviously, here at the foundation. And you as a parent, you know, you're like you just said, you're advocating for your child. So what does that mean to you and your family? The word advocacy.
Um, well, I feel like she's kind of depending on us to fight for her, you know,
Hmm.
because
Hmm.
she's not not knowledgeable, but she doesn't know any better, you know, and I think that if we don't advocate for our kids, who's going to?
Yeah.
You know, I'm she's been put into my, you know, my life for a purpose, and
Hmm.
it's my job to keep her safe. So
Yeah. I think that's
I
a
think it's
wonderful
huge.
answer. That's great. Thank you. I'm pausing this again.
Okay.
Okay, Elsa. Well, that was great. Thank you for answering. Those are all the questions I have for you. Is there anything else you'd want to share, epilepsy related or youth program related, anything like that?
I don't think so. I think the youth program is wonderful. I think um, it's great giving these little kiddos something to look forward to, you know, and to inform them a little bit more too, and more knowledge that we can share with, you know, her classmates and teachers and school and stuff, I think is super helpful.
Yeah, great. Wonderful. I think that's the perfect way to end this. So thank you so much for your time. It was great to chat with you, and we have not met in person yet. I wasn't able to be at the Madison Walk, so I'm kind of bummed about that, but I don't think we've met anyway. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think so. So yeah, it was great to, you know, meet you this way, and hopefully we can, you know, meet in person sometime soon. But thanks for your time.
Absolutely. Thank
Hope you guys
you.
if you're doing anything for Halloween, I hope you enjoy it. Have a good weekend.
Thank you. You as well.
Yeah, thank you so much.